go.
Are we rolling?
Yes, we're rolling.
Let's go. RTVZone.com here with your man, Chef Rock Harper, with the wonderful Bart Marshall in RTVZone.com headquarters in a planet that you don't even know about. We're not telling you, but she's there taking over the studio. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. How you doing, Barbie?
I'm doing well. I'm having a great time. How are you?
I'm loving life. It's a dream. I don't want to wake up. So, Hell's Kitchen is product. Ooh, it got in. Recap. Reunion. Returning chef.
Yes.
What happened? It was a good episode, wasn't it?
It was a good episode. We started off with a Taste It Now Make It challenge, didn't we? We had
Yeah, Taste It Now Make It. I don't think, that's been done before. But you all seem to do really well. It was, kind of close there. But you and, what's his name, Justin, were teammates. And I knew right then, of course you won't confirm or deny this, but when he put you all together, I said, it's going to be those two in the final. But go ahead. What happened on the challenge you working with Justin?
So we had to Taste It Now Make It. We all decided that it would be veal. That was the protein of the dish. I guess sometimes it can be really difficult to tell the difference between veal and pork, especially if you don't know what it is, but just the texture of it, the color, the flavor. We all guessed that it was veal and we were all correct. Then the veal was actually wrapped with prosciutto. Justin and I, actually it was me, said Serrano ham. Christina and Robin said it was Serrano ham. And then Clemenza and Dana said prosciutto. They both eat a lot of prosciutto, so good call on their part. They got it correct. We didn't. There was white bean puree.
Hold up. I got a question for you on the Serrano.
Yeah.
At the end of the challenge, my wife was confused. Well, not confused. She didn't. I wanted to clarify because I thought you said it was prosciutto. You said, isn't Serrano ham the prosciutto of Spain?
I sure did.
Were you talking to yourself, or would you mean like technically you were correct? What did you mean by that?
Every country has its specialties, and you kind of can look through Europe, and everyone has a salt cured pork product. You have Spain has Serrano ham, which is a different cut of pork. It comes from the actual back ham, and then prosciutto comes from the shoulder, but they're salt cured pork. What's different between them, there's a Birkel ham as well. The differences between them are, subtle differences, what they're changed. Prosciutto, or what they're fed. Prosciutto is a certain breed of pig, so is the Birkel ham, so is Serrano ham. Prosciutto is fed the whey from Parmesan, so whey, but by whey, I mean like curds and whey, cheese. And
right.
so,
But hold up. I hear you. And I'm not even going to go into all of that. I'm trying to ask, were you trying to say you were right or you were wrong?
We were definitely wrong. I'm just saying it's pretty difficult to tell the difference between two pieces of salt-cured pork sometimes, especially if you don't know which one someone used.
Okay. I get you. Okay, all right. I just wanted to see where you was going with that. I get you. Keep going. You said the white bean puree. And what else? What else was on that? Forget. Everybody guessed the white bean, right?
Everyone guessed the white bean. There was a smoky flavor to it. We decided that it was bacon. Christina and Robin decided that it was bacon. Dana and Clemenza decided it was horseradish. It was bacon.
I didn't get that at all.
I don't know.
I said, here's what I said when he said horseradish. I was like, either he's overdoing it, or he's just thinking too hard, or the other two just missed really badly. I don't know. I taste a lot of horseradish, taste a lot of bacon. I've never confused the two, but whatever.
I don't know. I'm the girl that
So
missed
I'm
grits.
asking you to
Oh,
explain it.
okay.
Yeah.
I can't even
But
tell
don't
you.
taste like you. Yeah. All right. So what? So and there was one more component. Oh, the sauce.
The sauce. So on the sauce, we definitely got that it was a fortified wine. And fortified wine just means that there's liquor in it. Um, and you think of fortified wine, you think of brandy. That's like one of the top fortified wines. So Madeira, port, and um, Justin and
I think that was close. I thought that was, they're not the same when you taste them raw, or shouldn't say raw, uncooked. They're different, but they're similar. They're both sweet fortified wines. It depends on. Robin said that she was sure it was a tawny port. I'm like, relax with your sureness, Missy. That's what I'm thinking, but I'm not there because anyway, I understand how they could be mistaken for one another in a cooked sauce because I'm pretty sure that just wasn't the all that was in the sauce.
after the sauce was done, it was the color.
Yeah.
It was the color that, like, there is a difference in the color of Madeira and port. Port has a rosier color. So after it was done, it made a whole lot more sense. It was all in the color of the sauce. The
But
port.
what else was added to it though?
I think it was just a little gloss.
Oh, so it was just reduced, or it had veal glass in it?
It was just reduced port glass.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. All right. I see. All right. That makes sense then. That makes sense. But still, close competition. Chef Ramsay held on to the results for the end, tasted them all, and he didn't really. I think it was, this is where the stars really start to shine to me.
Well,
when it gets down to one kitchen. Go ahead.
I think that what was really good about that challenge was it showed that, this was the first challenge where we really didn't get our behinds handed to us it was close. It just really showed that everyone there had a certain skill level and that we were doing well, like all 6 of us. Right. To be that close with the dishes and, all of our plates were beautiful. It just showed that the Black Jackets had talent, all of us.
Mm-hmm. Well, and then there was the reward and the loss. All right, so you had the reward
right
for Clemenza on a wave runner, more like a freaking. No, let me stop. I like Clemenza. I ain't gonna make no fat jokes. No fat jokes.
No fat jokes, right?
And I'm not a small boy myself, so I can't do that. Clemenza, no, I love him. I hope you get your internet. Your old computer you got at home. So we can have you on the show. But that's my man. But Clemenza know you're a big boy, and he was out there with little petite, what's her name, Dana, showing her body off on the beach, and they made it look like he was all balking at her. But it's a good little reward. While that was going on, what were y'all doing?
We were cleaning hell, the dining room at least. It looked like I had the duster, and I was getting with the lighting works and dusting chandeliers and sconces and cleaning fish tanks, ironing table linens, polishing glasses. We were just doing everything to set up the dining room, the things that people don't think about that need to be done in the dining room on a regular basis to make sure you don't have dust bunnies falling in your wine.
And Justin, was he really ducking? Like, was he really avoiding ironing?
Justin mentioned that he didn't really know how to iron, and it can be intimidating for someone. I mean, I know how to iron. I don't like it, but I know how. And when he was done, he knew how to iron. So.
You are such a freaking politician with the politically correct, middle of the road. I'm not. That's good. That was a good cleanup. You didn't answer my question, but you answered.
I did so. I said he knew how to iron when the challenge was over.
That wasn't the question. See, this ain't MSNBC, and we got time. I can grill you all night. But that was good. That was good. You're ready for when you win and go to Vegas and the reporters try to ask you something that you're not supposed to answer. You're going to be ready, and you won't be dead into a tricky situation. So very good, and I won't press you. But after that, this what got me hyped, because I love competition, and I love talking shiznit.
I need wine for this.
You had seasons, returning chefs, all runners up. So you had my girl Virginia, Paula, Bonnie, my ace, Russell. Who else do we have? Blue Jay
Kevin.
and oh my God, Kevin Cottle doing big things up in the Northeast. I mean, that's a crew. You know, they made it to number 2, and some of those, you know, runners up. They were controversial losers, if you will. They were really tight races. Let me say that. But no matter whether you're number 2 or not, you don't like to lose. Very competitive people. They wanted to be back. All chefs doing great things. And who started talking trash off the Brizzy? Russell. Right?
Yeah.
He said somebody's going home. Essentially, everybody. I mean,
somebody's always going
the
home
whole
after
lot.
dinner service in Hell's Kitchen. I don't think that has there ever been a dinner service where someone was rescued? Like everyone, where nobody went
yeah.
home? Really?
Oh, yeah. When Robin switched teams.
No, somebody
somebody
went
go home
home.
that night?
Oh yeah, somebody went home that night.
Well, not on your season, but other seasons. I know our season, somebody's gotten rescued.
Okay.
But he won't send anybody home. But anyway, the point is, Russell, who's known for his freaking mouth, came on there talking trash, and everybody was amped. Justin was like, I never seen him so hot. And he even said, he out there showing him out there boxing. Can't wait. What's up? Y'all was psyched? Y'all was ready?
We were psyched. We were. I mean, mad respect to the runners up because they definitely got to a place that we hadn't gotten yet, but it was all about keeping in the frame of mind that we still had the opportunity, the 6 of us, to be at that door. We all of us still had that opportunity. So, you know, everything, it just is mind over matter. So, of course, we could look at the 6 of them and think, oh my gosh, you know, Paul is doing very well. Everyone's doing very well because you just don't make it to Black Jackets and not do well, really. I mean, you can cook.
What do you mean? In
Well,
real life?
Some people can,
that
some
got
people can't.
Black jacket.
Yeah,
There's some people that's got it in the white jacket that ain't doing too well. But
very true.
God bless us all. You know, we on journeys. That's all.
Yeah.
Let me not be malicious, but
But it is an honor to get the Black Jacket from Chef Ramsay. That's what I mean.
oh yeah.
It's a definite honor to get the Black Jacket from Chef Ramsay. So I don't want to knock that away from anyone, but we all had heart and we all wanted to, you know, still be respectful of the fact that these guys have great accomplishments, and we were still there competing against each other. And Justin said, you know, y'all are all going home tonight. We're still going to be here, but I'm going, you know, he wanted to win. All of us wanted to win. We wanted to prove ourselves. And then dinner service.
Do you think I mean, fast forward, it seemed like, you know, from what we saw, of course, dinner service like 5 hours, 6 hours. People, you know, we don't get to see everything, but it seemed like there was only one send back. Kevin picked up behind Jay real quick, and, you know, and everything was pretty smooth. I mean, Ramsay wasn't even over there. Do you think that they really, it looked like, I'm going to be respectful, looked like they mopped the floor with the dinner. I'm not saying they were competing, you know, you can't go ticket for ticket, but it looked like they cleaned up.
They did exactly what you would expect of people that had the opportunity to come through that door. They're professionals. They worked as a team better. I don't know if any of them had all in one group worked together before, but they were definitely very cohesive. And so that just showed, you know, their skill level of just being able to get in the kitchen together and just bang it out. You know, it was also our first cohesive dinner service together as the Black team. We haven't cooked with Justin or Clemenza. We haven't cooked with Robin in a while. The last dinner service was just me, Dana, and Christina. So, you know, we're trying to mesh together as well. And, you know, these are all runner-ups from season 8 and before. So they've got some experience underneath their belts. They've been working with their own crews, and they've done things and done well. So,
Hmm.
Chef brought
I
in.
mean, Chef Ramsay, he said it was. He said y'all had a really good service. He said it was close, so it didn't seem like he was pissing anybody. Y'all had your issues, of course. It's still a competition. Somebody got to go home, but he seemed genuinely pleased at the end.
He definitely did seem genuinely pleased. We had a couple of hiccups during service. They were addressed, and we just kept moving. We just kept knocking it
Hmm.
out, and you know, there were a few mistakes that just needed to be rectified, but the black team, runner-up team, did not have as many mistakes as we did. So,
All black, baby, all black. Except for the people, everything was all black, everything over there. But look, here's the question I have:
sure.
pressure. People don't understand pressure like Hell's Kitchen. People ask me all the time. They ask you now, is it really hell? Is it really like that? I say, of course. They don't call it Hell's Kitchen for nothing. Simple mistakes like Robin last night. How do you underdress a season? From what I understand, Robin's a very successful chef. She's confident, but she underdressed the season. Oh, you even called her out in your interview, but in your confession.
I think
So
that was
you said something
Christina.
about, come on.
I think that was Christina.
Christine. Everything goes to Barbie. That's the way. I blame it on you, just like everybody else. But my point is, I think the runners up. First of all, they had experience, but you all in the thick of it, so you all are fresh. But when you don't have any pressure, I mean, they definitely want to redeem themselves. I mean, Virginia hasn't been on top. She hasn't been back. See, I was three. She was so 6 years since Virginia's been there.
There were
So
a
that was
couple
the
of
first
seasons
time.
where there were two seasons in one year, so it's been 7 years total for Hell's
Right.
Kitchen in 10 seasons. Come on,
No,
Rock.
but I know, but no, but Virginia was there the year before me. It wasn't no 2 seasons, 1 year.
Oh, yeah, it
She
was
was,
6.
yeah, so it was 6 years. I was 5 years ago. I know. We the oldies. Don't worry. I got my history. But look, my question is, do you think that they were affected? They were so easy. Well, not easy. They were so smooth because there was no pressure. There was no threat of losing anything. I mean, yes, they lost. They didn't want to lose. But what do you think about that? Do you think you all were under pressure if they weren't had anything to do with it?
I think that they were under some pressure as well. I mean, there's the pressure of your reputation. They still have to protect their name. They still have to protect their restaurant. So I think that there would have been, for me, if I was returning, there would have been a little bit of pressure, especially if my name was on the line. And I look at it the same way while I'm competing in Hell's Kitchen. It's pressure. There is a lot of pressure. You asked about, about the salad. You question every choice that you make. Is this what he wants? I can always add, but I can't take away. So, Robin may have just been trying to be really careful, and the salad greens weren't the way that chef wanted them. So you add a little bit more salad dressing and keep it moving. It's a minor hiccup, but you know, starting all over is, and if you were to overdress them, then you waste the product and you have to start all over again. So
All right. But it's a salad, though. I feel you, but it's a salad.
it's a
It should be
salad.
dressed properly. I mean, to me, and okay. At that point in the game, you can't be undressing salad. Like the salad is the easiest thing to put on there. It's raw, it's dressing, it was already prepped. Anyway, I don't want to beat a dead horse. But mistakes happen. Blah blah blah. At that, when you're going for $250,000 and your name on a billboard and on the 215, nah, you dress salads properly. I'm just sorry. So that's just my take on it. It's harsh, but and Robin ended up getting sent home. She did well. I think the show liked her. Ramsey liked her. He didn't tell her to f off. I think he has respect for her. I think America has respect for her. I do. I know you were down with Robin on Monday, I think.
I was down on Robin. She's got a food truck. I know how anti food truck you can be, Rock, but I'll tell you,
I'm anti dirty ass food truck. I'm not
Robin
anti food truck.
Robin's food truck has
I
running
like
water on it. Like it was a great time. She's out at at the Arts Park in Young Circle on Monday nights. There's so
Okay.
many food trucks out there, and I had a soft shell crab sandwich that was just amazing on Robin's truck. She got out
What's the
there.
name? Do you know the name of it?
The
You
name,
remember the name of it?
of course, Robin's food truck is called the Pallet Party, and she
Palette
says it's a
Party.
party in your mouth every time, and she was right. You know,
Oh,
I had
that's a
that.
little. That's a little too. That's a little too aggressive for me. I don't really. I'm a man. Where I come from, we don't really like parties in our mouth. But I'm a visit though. I'm going to visit, and I will. I'll do Robin's truck. But if I didn't know who she was, no, I'll party.
Well,
Go
she
ahead.
actually has running water, a three compartment sink, everything that you would expect to find in a kitchen. She has, including. I mean, I've definitely worked in some kitchens that were smaller than Robin's food truck. Really.
Nice.
I mean, really have
Mm.
worked in some kitchens, and a lot of the food truck owners I've been down, I've been meeting a lot of people, and they say that Robin's food truck, they walk in and they're jealous of the amount of space and how well put together it was. And she just did a really good job of putting her food truck together, delivering it. You know, she was
That's
out
good.
there, she had the big screen TV to watch, a DJ, she's
Mm.
dancing on top of the truck, and she's just a great time. Like it was just a blast. People out there just enjoying her food and loving it and watching the show. So, you know,
Hmm.
Robin, best of luck. I know that you're going to succeed because I've been there. I tried it. There's no reason for you not to. Good job,
Hmm.
girl.
That's good. That's good. That's good. And definitely congratulations to Robin. It's been a good run. She made it. She made a lasting impression on America. The people will know her. Hopefully, her truck will keep going. And she'll grow that to wherever she wants to grow. Now, I didn't know until Ramsey said it last night. Chef Ramsey said it last night. But Clemenza did up 6 times. That was his sixth. Is that a record? It's got to be a record.
You know what? I I only kept track of how many times I was put up there, and it almost feels like Clemenza and I were neck to neck. But it's he's been up there quite a few times, and he's still fighting hard. You know, so what are you gonna do? I mean, there was nothing that I could do when your team votes you up, and
Why was he nominated?
it
Why was
was
he
a
nominated?
it was a team decision. During the
Hmm.
course of the nomination, I do believe I said that I didn't believe Clemenza should be put up, but when it came down to the final votes of the team decided that Clemenza should be put up, and you know that's what we did. So,
Can you talk about who you would have put up other than him?
um, I believe on the show I said I would have put Dana up because the fish station was hers. So, Justin said
Yeah,
it.
Dana did a lot of passing the buck. I wasn't too comfortable with that. I mean, Ramsey obviously believes in her. He took her to the side. He only does that to people he believes in. Take it to the side, and then she kind of. I mean, you come on my station, you working for me now. It's just like working in my own kitchen. Everybody has this separate little kitchens. You have to manage your area. I don't care where you work, but you work with the dishwasher that's been there for 20 years, the busser that's been there for 10 years. I own my station. I own my job. You coming to help me out, you're gonna do it the way I say do it, especially if I've been doing it for a while. So I thought she passed the buck a little bit, but I guess maybe her history on the show saved her from being, she's been pretty solid so far.
She's definitely been a solid chef, and you know, in the end, the right person um, that goes home is the person that Chef Ramsay decides is the right person to go home. So, when it comes down to voting someone up, when he says go as a team and come up with a decision, the last thing that you want to do is not come up with a decision because then everybody gets thrown up. So, you know, as an individual, you express your opinion, and I'm just a very strong individual. I don't have to go along with the team's decision because everybody else is going along with it. I'll speak my mind,
Right.
and I did speak out and say I didn't believe that Clemenza should be put up for another person's station and messing it up because you're standing right next to the person. If they're helping you, you tell them what you want them to do.
But in Dana's defense, he put the scallop up. I don't know if it was worthy because I wasn't there for the whole 5 hours. But he put the scallop up, and the scallop was undercooked or overcooked. It wasn't seared properly. So he messed that up. What now? She allowed that to go on. She didn't have her back turned. So I understand where everybody's coming from, but here's a question for you. What do you think? Do you think Gordon, at the end of service, Chef Ramsay knows who he's going to eliminate, and or do you think that, depending upon why should you stay in Hell's Kitchen, the question that he makes that decision on the spot? What do you think?
I think that it
I'm
could.
not asking you to comment on production. I'm just saying, when do you think he makes a decision? Because he never really says when he does. I don't know if anybody's questioning it. But the assumption is he makes it after they make the assumption. I mean, after they make their explanation. What do you think?
Just based upon what I saw with me being spared so many times from, elimination, I think that he makes that decision based upon how much passion he feels that you have. When one of the other chefs left, Tiffany, he said, Tiffany, the most amount of passion I saw was when she was leaving. So, he could have made that decision right then and there because that was when he saw it. I all I know is I'm still there, and and that's just what I just am trying not to be put up for elimination, so I don't have to worry about that.
All right. I think he makes it right there on the spot. Here's what I think. I think he knows he's going to win, or at least going to be in the two. He's gone on record to say that he picks the winner as soon as all the contestants come to the door. He can not pick the winner. He can tell who's going to win. I read that in the interview a couple years ago. I think everything else is just an exercise, and it's about who's going home today. So let's just say, like Robin and Clemenza were up there. I think he picks who's going home after they give an explanation, because he already has in his mind, neither one of these two people are going to win. Let me see who really wants to stay. So, and I think I've seen people fight for their lives. So, 2 minutes, 2 minute warning. That was not the peace sign. All right, real quick. I'm gonna say something real quick. I don't understand how this is off Hell's Kitchen. Okay, Hell's Kitchen doesn't, up until this season, doesn't really do the whole violence thing. You might do the bullying thing. Not might. It's pretty hostile environment, especially with the contestants sometimes. Definitely comes to Gordon Ramsay. But whole America, at least reality America, is talking about Chad Ochocinco and Evelyn Lozada, I believe her last name. Apparently, Chad Johnson, forgive me, allegedly headbutted her. He was thrown in jail, was released. He got fired from Miami. VH1 dropped him. And she's filing for divorce. Bad. It's going down. Here's what I'm going to say first. VH1 dropped him due to an allegation that hasn't been convicted yet. I find that a little whack, because every show that VH1 puts out, especially not even the black shows or African American shows, all of their shows, people are fighting. I heard that Stevie J got punched in the face by his mistress in the therapy session with his girl. They just promote violence, and for them to drop him, I think they should drop all of that stuff. So, and Chad and her show wasn't even violent at all. Now, I wanted to start with that by saying this. I don't know Chad Johnson. Never met him. I've only seen him on TV just like everybody else. But, so I can't call him a name because I don't know the person. If the allegation is true, that was a punk ass move. That was a bitch move, excuse me. And all of the other conversations are the reality shows, Miami weather, whatever, non-existent, doesn't matter. Guys in this country and what we show on television and how media and celebrity is so glorified right now, you need to take a hard lesson, because this shit is getting out of control. If anyone can come to the defense of a guy who hits a girl unnecessarily, and I'm not sure that it's ever necessary, but girls can hit, and maybe you could defend yourself. But maybe you need to think of some other options. Maybe you should run. Maybe you should do something else to get the hell away from the situation if it gets that heated. I don't know Chad Johnson, but I do know, if it is true, it's a bitch move, and I'm not saying you deserve anything. I'm not a judge or an execution or all that jazz. All I'm saying was the move itself was a punk ass move. And now you bear the brunt of, you get the consequences. So I just wanted to say that. Well, on this reality TV stuff, I think it's going a little too far, especially on, get a little techy on Hell's Kitchen. But I just want to say my whole Chad thing. I don't watch that garbage anyway. More power to my friends and family that does. But that's all I got to say. Barbara, you want to finish up with something?
I just want to thank everyone for watching. And make sure you send us your questions. Let me know what you want to hear us talking about for the show. I need to know so that I can answer them and give you a shout out. So you can find us. Go ahead.
Go for it. No, before you find us on, I got 2 questions just came in. One, my man Dennis the Cynic out in Baltimore, love him. Great political tweeter and just an all around really good guy and a wonderful writer as well. He said, how on earth did Robin make it that far in the competition? That's for you.
Because Robin had talent. And Chef Gordon Ramsay felt she deserved to be there until he decided it was time for her to go. She is part of the I mean, you can go back to the episode when we got our black jackets and he gave them to us. He said, "Welcome to the Gordon Ramsay elite," when he handed out our black jackets. That wasn't just for us. Every person that gets a black jacket, he welcomes into the Gordon Ramsay elite. If she got it, she deserved it. He said, "I'm not willing to give you any more chances," but he wasn't giving her a chance if he allowed her to stay. He felt she deserved to be there and thought he could see more.
I don't know. From what I saw, I don't know her at all. I met her that one time. That's it. I think if she would have stayed in her chef lane and not did all the extra stuff, I think she'd still be on the show. But that's my personal view. I think she was a hell of a grinder. She had the energy and the passion, but the other stuff got in the way. He said, Dennis also said, what's Bonnie from season 3 up to nowadays? Chef Bonnie Bond or Chef Bonbon's Cakes, I want to say. She's out in New Zealand.
Yes.
New Zealand. She has a cafe coming or some bakery or something like that. Sorry, Bonnie, I had your Twitter up. Go ahead.
Well, I
got one more question.
I just saw the tweet where Bonnie said she couldn't even see the show because she was in New Zealand. So, thanks for coming. Thanks for whooping our behinds, Chef Bonnie, and good luck and best wishes to you in New Zealand. I know Hell's Kitchen is shown in 31 countries, so hopefully the season will catch up with you. If you can't watch it, you can definitely see it on Hulu.
Right. All right, she's at Bonnie Cakes NZ. Bonnie Cakes NZ on Twitter, or Chef Bonnie Bond. Last question is, whatever happened to Julia from season 3? That was my season. She had a cooking school paid for by Ramsay, supposed to return. I haven't talked to Julia in a while. She's had a couple of children since the show. She's doing very well in business. She's not on Twitter. She's not on Facebook. She's a good old country girl that leaves all this Twitter and stuff for me and the wonderful Barbie Marshall. My prediction for season 10 champion. Book it. I already put my $3 down in Vegas. You're like I'm joking. That's all I got. That's all I got is $3. Send donations to the website. Ladies and gentlemen, Rock the Cook, Barbie Marshall. We are out of here.
Peace.
Peace.